सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ Naishkarmya Siddhi, Chapter 3, page 123, verse number 64. Navasankhyahrita-jnanaha dashamo vibhramadyatha naveti dashamosmiti Vikṣamānopi tānnava. In this important portion, Sureśvara telling that every seeker has to claim one's own real nature only through Mahavakya. Without Mahavakya Jnanam, Tattvamasi Mahavakya Jnanam, no one can recognize his or her own true nature. And he pointed out that if at all a person knows through Anvaya Vyatireka, through Swapna Avastha, Sushupti Avastha, Panchakosha Viveka, or Samadhi Abhyasa, any amount of sadhanas, he goes too deep into Samadhi, they can know only Samanya Chaitanya. That I am consciousness, they can know, they can understand. I am the Sakshi Chaitanyam, who is different from 5 koshas, they may know or they can know. And this Sakshi Chaitanyam, I am, all pervading as consciousness, also they can know. So, this knowledge cannot be the complete knowledge. For that, I told you, I do not know who is the example for this. I am the example for this. What Sureśvara said 100% correct in my case. When I was doing yoga abhyasa sadhana, samadhi abhyasa sadhana, at the age of 17, I told you once, but I am again recollecting loudly once again. I am that example for that who has got Samanya Jnanam at that time because of intense yoga sadhana, abhyasa, deep samadhi, absorption. I arrive at that I am consciousness. I am different from Panchakoshas. I am not Annamaya Kosha. These names I do not know, but I am not the body. I am different from the body. I am different from the mind. I am the truth of this universe, the consciousness. I am Chaitanyam. This much Samanya Jnanam I got at that time. I thought it is the ultimate knowledge. I used to feel I am a different person with compared to other people. Because I know that Chaitanyam, Sakshi Chaitanyam, I am. Some understanding, but it is right or wrong, I do not know what it was. After coming to Shastra, after studying Naishkarmya siddhi, after long study of Vedanta, I come to know what I got was only Samanya Jnana. I never knew that at that time the world is mithya, I do not know. This consciousness is one only, I do not know. I do not know the non-dual Brahman is consciousness, I do not know. Through yoga samadhi, they arrive at only Dvaitam only. World remain as it is, and I, the consciousness, I am there. So the duality continues. I want to go to absorption, to be away from this anatma world, so that I need not be disturbed by the world. So Dvaita Buddhi, Ajnanam was there at that time. In spite of 10 years of practice, almost I did 8 to 10 years of that sadhana with other reading some books, philosophical books and other sadhanas. But what was my conclusion? That Mithyatma Nischayam has not taken place, Advaita Jnanam has not come, and I am the substratum of this universe. I have not yet arrived that time, and I am only one ekaha atma, I do not know. So there is only samanya jnanam, there is no vishesha jnanam. Not only that, those who practice yoga abhyasa through anvaya vyatireka, they cannot know atma, the consciousness is the higher order of reality. They do not know. I too do not know at that time. I did not know that Atma is the higher order of reality. World is of lower order of reality. It is difficult to know because there is no pramanam. Samadhi can never be the pramanam to teach about Atma as the substratum of this universe. Samadhi cannot teach this world is mithya. Samadhi cannot teach about Advaitam because Yoga Shastra talks about Dvaitam only. Tada drashtuhu swarupe avasthanam. Drashtuhu remains separate. Swarupa remains separate. Avasthanam means abiding in one's own real nature. I, the Jivatma, and Paramatma, once in a while I merge and absorb and come back. This was the knowledge. Therefore, modern science, logic, samadhi, or any other anvaya vyatireka abhyasa, one can not know the higher order of reality, the Atma Swarupam Chaitanyam. Chaitanyam cannot be the pramanam to know the Chaitanyam. Atma cannot be the pramanam to know the Atma. What is that Mula Vidya we do not know in Samanya Jnanam. This Mula Vidya has got two functions. One is Avarana, concealing nature. Another is Vikshepa, distracting, means superimposition, Vikshepa. family, children, mother, father, physician, profession, body, mind complex, all these are because of Vikshepa Shakti. Vikshepa Shakti of Mula Vidya is because of Avarana Shakti of Mula Vidya. These are all we come to know only after coming to Vedanta. What is Mula Vidya? What is um, Vikshepa Shakti? What is Avarana Shakti? Without Shastra, how can we come to know? Therefore, there are many people miss the Vishesha Jnanam that I am the substratum of this universe, only one, Advayam. There is no second thing at all. This is arrived at by Mahavakya Jnanam. Therefore, Pancha Anatmas, people are obsessed with that, not able to come to Mahavakya. Just like the 10th man. The example is given here in this shloka, Navasankhyahrita Jnanaha. The person who is engrossed in counting the 9 members of his group, the 10th man, Dashamaha, Vibhramat Yatha. This 10th man has got delusion, Vibhramaha, delusion or confusion in counting, busy in counting the 9 persons. One other Acharya in his commentary, he writes, this in Gurukulam, the Vidyarthis, they go out to get samidha. For that Guru does some homa, yajna, and samidha dhanam for brahmacharis also required some twigs. And they go to forest. Previously we used to say that example. They go want to cross the river, and that river they were crossing, reached that side and counting. Another commentator writes, they went to forest to get that firewood. So all the students went here and there, other sides, to get that firewood. Because in Gurukulam and all, they require lot of firewood. There was no gas stove and all those days. So where they get twigs, lot of firewood, so they go to forest, interior more. And while searching for twigs, they go here and there, separately, different direction. After collecting all of them, they come together. At that time, they count whether we have come, all of us, number, they started counting. Like that, this is another example, place. Example is same, place is different. So you can take that way also. So, 9th man was so engrossed, not able to count himself as a 10th man. In the second line, this Sureśvara Acharya says, Tan nava vikshamanopi san. Even though he is seeing 9 of them in front of him, saha dashamaha asmi iti na veti. He is not able to recognize that aham dashamaha, I am the 10th man, I am the 10th student. He is not able to know. He is not able to know that he is a 10th man. Counting, by seeing these students are crying, 10th man is dead, 10th man is dead, like that. Then Apta Purushaha comes there and says, counting properly and count yourself also. You are the 10th man. Tat Dashamaha Tvamasi. You are the 10th man whom you are searching for. This is called Apta Vakyam. Aptavakyam means well-wisher's statement. Aptavakyam is required. So Vakyam is required. That Vakyam also reliable person. Well-wisher's Vakyam only will guide us, not by anyone. Therefore, Apta Vakyam. In Telugu also we say Apta Bandhu. Apta Bandhu. So close, dear. So Apta Vakyam here in Drishtanta. Dashamaha ahamasmi iti na veti. He is not able to recognize I am that 10th man. Similarly, now he goes to Dashtanta. Up to here, we saw in the last class. Now, verse number 65, introduction. अथ दृष्टान्तगतमर्थं दार्ष्टान्तिकार्थे समर्थयिष्यन्नाह अथ now what he is going to do अथ दृष्टान्त गतम अर्थे दृष्टान्त gata means that meaning which is in the drishtanta. Gata means that which is in the drishtanta gata. Example, artham, the meaning, the 10th man is discovered by the Aptavakyam. Until the Aptavakyam heard by the 10th boy, he is not able to recognize, even though there are 9 in front, 10th one is I am, he is not able to recognize in the Drishtanta. Similarly, Dashtantika Arthe. Now Dashtantika means original. What for any example we give? Udaharana, example, to understand our intention, what we want to communicate. That intention, if they are not able to understand, we give an example. After example, like that, here also, samarpayishyan aha, dashtantika arthe, in the original meaning also, in that, what? I, the Atma, am of Paramarthika Satyam, that knowledge, with the intention to samarpayishan, with the intention to explain. Aha, extending this to original. Drishtantagatam dashtantikarthe samarpayishannaha. Simple Sanskrit. Now you are all experts in Sanskrit. By listening all classes, we are reading Sanskrit and listening to the words' meanings. So you can understand few words in a little Sanskrit also. You don't feel much difficult. I am also comfortable, you are also comfortable with Sanskrit. Now, I will read that sloka number 65. ApaviddhadvayoPyevam tattvamasyaadina vina vetti naikalamatmanam Nanveshyam chatra karanam. Apaviddhadvayaha api evam. Even though the self is without second, Atma is Advayam only, Apaviddhaha api evam. Tattvamasyadina vina. Even though this person recognized that I am the Sakshi Chaitanyam, I am there in this all-pervading consciousness, he or she has understood through Anvaya Vitareka, through Samadhi Abhyasa, or some inquiry with his own sadhana. But without Vina Tattvamasyadina, without Mahavakya, Tattvamasyadi, Tattvamasi, Tat Tvam Asi. Where this Mahavakya comes, in which Upanishad, which Veda, you are supposed to remember. Tattvamasi comes in Chandogya Upanishad. Chandogya Upanishad belongs to Samaveda. So Samavediya Upanishad Chandogya Tattvamasi Mahavakya comes. Again, where it comes in Tattvamasi Mahavakya, because Upanishad is the biggest Upanishad. Ishakena Khata Prashna Munda Mandukya Tittirihi Aitareyam. They are all smaller Upanishads. But two Upanishads are very big among 10 principal Upanishads. What are those two Upanishads we saw long ago? In T-Nagar class I took, and in Shanai Nagar also, Telugu also, I took Chandogyam and Brihadaranyakam. Chandogya Upanishad has got 8 chapters. In 8 chapters, last 3 chapters, 6, 7 and 8 chapters come under Vedanta teaching. 1 to 5 chapters of Chandogya talks about Upasana. 6th chapter known as Sadvidya. 7th chapter is known as Bhuma Vidya. 8th chapter is known as Prajapati Vidya. So in Sadvidya, 6th chapter, Uddalaka taught to his son Shvetaketu, O Shvetaketu, you are that Tat Tvam Asi. You are that Tattvamasi. So on this Tattvamasi, Vidyaranya Swami in Panchadashi, 1 chapter he takes to explain Tattvamasi Mahavakya. Upadesa Sahasri also Shankaracharya takes 1 chapter to explain Tattvamasi. So Tattvamasi is one of the most famous Mahavakya. Other Mahavakyams, you know, Aham Brahmasmi from Brihadaranyaka. I am Atma Brahma from Mandukya, Atharvana Vediya Mahavakya. And Prajnanam Brahma from Aitareya Upanishad Rigveda. So 4 Vedas, 4 Mahavakyas from 4 Upanishads. Recollect once again, from Rigveda, Atharvana Vediya Upanishad talks about Prajnanam Brahma. Care of my Upanishad, Aitareya Upanishad talks. I gave English talk also, in Telugu also I took Aitareya Upanishad. Prajnanam Brahma. Then second one, Shukla Yajurvediya Upanishad, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Aham Brahmasmi comes, Mahavakya. There are so many Mahavakyas, but these 4 are highlighted. Aham Brahmasmi. When Guru says Tattvamasi, the 3rd Mahavakya, Chandogya, 3rd, 4th is not, number is not there. In that Veda order, if you take 3rd Veda is Samaveda. So Samavediya Upanishad Chandogya talks about Tattvamasi. So that when Guru says Tattvamasi, Sishya has to say Aham Brahma Asmi. Aham Brahma Asmi, he has to say. Then 4th Veda, Atharvana Vediya Upanishad, Mandukya Upanishad, Ayam Atma Brahma, Soyam Atma Chatushpad. So Ayam Atma Brahma Mahavakya. So these 4 Mahavakyas, when a student listen, from these four Upanishads thoroughly, that student definitely will get Brahma Jnana, no doubt in that. Just like you are all listening from long time. I am talking. Untiringly I am talking. Untiringly you are also listening. So you are all my favorite students. Favorite, I love Shastra. I love those students who love my teaching also. Because you are all such a students loving for knowing the truth. That is why you are all favorite to me. Okay. Apaviddhaha dvayaha api evam. Even though the self is without second, this person evam tattvamasyādi vina without mahavakya tattvamasi ekalam atmanam na vetti. Naikalam is there in second line. Na ekalam. Ekalam means one. Apavidh, apa plus vyadh dhatu. Fourth conjugation. Apavyadh. Even though the person who did samadhi abhyasa, rupa abhyasa, come to know I am consciousness, but that person cannot know that Atma is one. Here Sureśvara reminds that Yoga Shastra talks about Dvaitam only. Atmas are many. Every Jivatma has got one Atma. Many Jivatmas are there, according to Yoga Shastra also. That's why Sureśvara refuting that yoga, sadhana, samadhi, abhyasa, through which he cannot arrive at one Atma. Atma is only one. Ekalam atmanam na vetti. Where is na? Naikalam is there. Na vetti. Even though the duality has gone, apaviddha means even though the duality has gone. Apaviddha dvaya means duality. In samadhi abhyasa, in sushupti also there is no duality. Everything is absorbed in karana shariram. No duality in deep sleep. In samadhi also there is no duality. Only consciousness he remains. Apaviddha dvayaha api. Even though that person to whom the duality has gone away, but ekalam atmanam na vetti. He arrived at only dual atma, all guru atma. Many atmas are there. As many jivas, so many atmas. Like that one lady, by seeing that throw ball, football, they are all fighting for one ball. And that rich lady says, why they are fighting for one ball, all of them? I have one idea. Ask them, all of them, to come. So she brought one ball for everyone. And she gave for that side group, this side group, all 22 members, suppose in that game, 22 balls she gave. Therefore, don't fight now onwards, all of you. May you have all of your independent ball. Like that, many philosophers conclude that many atmas are there. Many atmas are there. May his soul is at peace. That soul is at peace. People think what is that atma also, they do not know. So, ekalam atmanam na vetti. You can put a full stop there. Then, na anveshyam cha atra karanam. This is very crucial. Second half, second line, second half. Ekalam means advitiyam. non-dual. Tatra, tatra, atra. Karanam na anveshyam. Here karanam means there is no na anveshyam. There is no need to search for the cause. Na anveshyam karanam. Atra, with regard to Mula Vidya. With regard to the root cause of this Vikshepa Avarana Shakti, what is this? How to know that? How to know this Mula Vidya? What is Maya? I want to know about Maya. Maya Panchakam, written by Ādi Śaṅkara. What is this Maya? People want to know what is Maya. Yama sa Maya. Just we say, many times I said that what is not there really is Maya. Ya ma sa Maya. Ma means not there. So what is this Maya? People want to inquire. Sureśvara want to say. So when we talk about Maya, Mula Vidya, basic ignorance, what is this Mula Vidya? How it is making this whole world, people, in Ajnanam it is keeping and struggling, people are crying, turmoil, all these are because of Mula Vidya. Let me study about Mula Vidya. And one person has come. Suppose, imagine, I want to study about Mula Vidya, which is the culprit of Avarana and Vikshepa, which has got Avarana Shakti, Vikshepa Shakti. Let me discover what is this Mula Vidya. Anveshanam. Anveshanam ante pariksha. Parisirinchi, parishodhinchi. Say, Telugu they say, pariksha, examination. I want to examine. I want to discover. I want to invent the root cause. Root, that is Mula Vidya. Sureśvara says, this Mula Vidya, may you not, the cause of Mula Vidya, the cause, Karanam. Mula Vidya, what is the cause of Mula Vidya? What is the cause of ignorance, suppose? Mula Vidya means ignorance. Suppose ignorance is there. Why person is having ignorance? Chemistry ignorance, botany ignorance, computer ignorance, self-ignorance. Why this ignorance at all? What is the cause of this ignorance? The Karanam Kim Atra. This Mula Vidya, Karanam, other avidya or ignorances are Tula Vidya. Any anatma padartha, ignorance is called Tula Vidya. Okay? Planets ignorance, astrology ignorance, astronomy ignorance, they are all come under Tula Vidya. I told you previously. Tula Vidya. T-U-L-A. Tula. Otherwise you can write T-O-O-L-A. Don't chant Tula. Tula. Ta, ta. First ta. Tula Vidya. Tula plus avidya. Ignorance about any science, ignorance about anything in the world, objects, it is called Tula Vidya. Then what is Mula Vidya? Basic ignorance. Ignorance about the self. Atma Ajnanam is called Mula Vidya. What is the cause of this Mula Vidya? If you want to inquire, Sureśvara says, Na anveshyam. Never do that mistake. Never commit that mistake. What is that mistake? Inquiry into that Mula Vidya. Never do. Never do that Mula Vidya inquiry. Why? Why you should not do inquiry into that? I will tell you. Basic ignorance. Mula Vidya, basic ignorance. Because of ignorance only you have got the samsara, you are telling. And it asking me not to do inquiry into that Mula Vidya. But I am interested in knowing Mula Vidya. Why I cannot put effort to know that Mula Vidya. What is wrong? What is wrong? Am I not having freedom to inquire into Mula Vidya? Sureśvara is going to give answer for that. I will read the next page, 124, verse number 66, Upodghatam, introduction. Nanveshyam chatra karanamityuktam tat kasmaditi chodite pratyaha anveshana asahishnutvat tat kathamityaha. This is the most very important shloka quoted by many acharyas in many places. The 66th verse, he is going to give that. First, Upodghata, he says, Na anveshyam cha atra karanam. Karanam atra na anveshyam. This is within inverted commas. It is said already in the above sloka. Uktam. In 65th verse, is said, don't do any enquiry. It does not, don't do any enquiry, you said. Atra Mula Vidya Vishaye Karanam na Anveshyam iti Uktam. Already said. Tat Kasmaditi Chodite. If you want to ask further question, suppose we say, children, don't go there, don't do this. Children ask why I should not go there, why I should not do this. Like that children ask. They are very much eager to go that side only, where mother said don't go, they want to go. What is there? What is there? Some curiosity. When Guru says don't do this, students are also very curious. Why Guru said like that? Why? What is the reason? Like that curiosity comes. Like that here also, tat kasmaditi chodite. Why one should not do? Why one should not do that enquiry? Why one should not do enquiry? Suppose anyone ask. Sureśvara said, don't do enquiry. Whenever don't do, when somebody says we want to do that, it is a human nature. Then question, why is telling not to do? Kasmat iti ched chodite. Chodite pratyaha. I am giving the answer. Suppose you raise such a question, chodite means if you want to do inquiry into that Mula Vidya, the Karanam of this samsara, the Karanam of the samsara, if you want to inquire into that, chodite, I am going to pratyaha, I am going to give a reply. I am going to give a reply to you. I am giving the answer. What is the answer? He gives briefly, then he explains in the shloka. Anveshanam asahishnutvat. This anveshanam, inquiry into that Mula Vidya cannot withstand. Asahishnutvat. Because it is not happy. It is not happy. Mula Vidya is not happy. Not happy means here it cannot withstand if you want to do inquiry. It resists. It will not allow you. It is not available for inquiry. Asahishnutvat. If you want to do any inquiry, I will disappear. Like that, no people, when some police comes to do inquiry and all, this person will go away underground, disappear. There is not available. So before they are coming, this person goes somewhere. So not available. Adhe madri, this karanam mula vidya, which is the cause of this samsara problem, asahishnutvat, it does not allow you to do enquiry. Tat katham iti aha. How it is not allowing us? What is the reason? How it is not allowing? It is not allowing me to do enquiry about that Mula Vidya. Why? What is the reason? It is not interested that you are inquiring about me. No, I don't want. Mula Vidya says that. How it says? Look into the shloka 66. Sriyam bhrantirnilalamba sarvanyaya virodhini sahati na vicharam sa tamo yaddivakaram. Tamo yad divakaram is an example. Okay, just like Mula Vidya cannot stand enquiry because you have to take 3 sentences here. Seyam is there. Seyam means sa iyam. Sa iyam. Mula Vidya is Strilinga. Akaranta Strilinga. Therefore, sa iyam. What is this? Bhrantihi. Bhrantihi. It is a delusion. Enquiry into Mula Vidya is not possible because Mula Vidya is a delusion. Ignorance is a delusion. Sa iyam bhrantihi. Second sentence. Sa niralamba. This Mula Vidya is not having any features of its own. Features of its own. Sa niralamba. It doesn't have features of its own. What is that? It doesn't have features of its own because the moment you want to inquire in Viveka-chudamani are also Vesa. Here Sureśvara is talking about the anirvachaniya status of Mula Vidya. In this shloka, Sureśvara is talking about the anirvachaniya status of Mula Vidya. Means inexplicable. Anirvachaniya status means Mula Vidya is that whose status is inexplicable. You cannot explain. You cannot explain about what is called anirvachaniya. Where we saw in Viveka-chudamani, sannapya bhayatmikano, bhinnapya bhayatmikano, sangapya bhayatmikano, mahadbhuta nirvachaniya rupa. You cannot say this Mula Vidya, Maya, is sun, existent. Asan, asat, asat. Sannapya sanna. Sat, asat. Sannapya sanna. Yubhayatmikano. Neither it is sat nor asat. Or sadasat, can we say? Can you say sadasat? It is existent, you cannot say. It is non-existent, also you cannot say. Can you say it is existent, non-existent? That also you cannot say. Then what na? Bhinnapya bhayatmikano. Sangapya bhayatmikano. Care of my shloka in Viveka-chudamani. All are available in YouTube and website. That means Maya, Mula Vidya is neither existent nor non-existent. It is different from existent and non-existent. Whatever is different from existent and non-existent is called Sadasad Vilakshanam, is called Anirvachaniyam. That is the status of Mula Vidya. Anirvachaniyam is the status of Mula Vidya. Therefore, sa vicharam na sahate, third sentence. Sa niralamba sarva nyaya virodhini. This anirvachaniya, niralamba means anirvachaniyam ityarthaha. Sarva nyaya virodhini means not available for any pramanam. Not available for any pramanam. Not available for any means to inquire. Sarva Nyaya Virodhini, not available for any pramanam or logic. Therefore, third sentence is what? Sa Vicharam na sahate. Because of that, since it is not available for any pramanam, you have to use some pramanam, means of knowledge. To remove ignorance, you have to use the means of knowledge. That some pramanam if you use, you will get knowledge about that ignorance. You will get the knowledge about that ignorance by using the means of knowledge. So that pramanam doesn't work there. Pramanam is not there. How can I do inquiry? Logic cannot work there. Sa vicharam na sahate. It cannot withstand the vichara, inquiry. Just like tamaha yad divakaram. Yadvad divakaram. Just as that Mula Vidya cannot stand inquiry because like darkness and sunlight. One person, let us see the example first, then we'll go to Dashtanta again. One person want to know about darkness. Okay, I want to study about darkness. I want to study about darkness means how to study about darkness. Okay, he want to know about darkness. What is darkness? Then what he did? He went and switched on the light. He went and switched on the light to know about darkness. What is darkness? Its nature, its future. And once you put on light, what will happen? You know, when you switch on the light, darkness gone. Darkness disappeared. Can he study about darkness now when he switch on the light? Here, two statements you have to understand. To study about darkness, I am not able to see anything in darkness. I want to study about darkness means darkness is that where your eyes are not functioning. I told before also, what is darkness? Darkness is that in whose presence your eyes become non-functional. Darkness is that in whose presence your eyes are non-functional. Therefore, I am not able to see darkness. I am not able to see objects. I want to inquire what is this darkness. Therefore, my eyes has to function to see darkness. What is this darkness? I am not able to see anything in darkness. Therefore, I want to see. Suppose you want to make your eyes to function, because your eyes are not functioning in the darkness. Therefore, my eyes has to function means I require light. I switch on the light. Once I switch on the light, I am able to use my pramana, eyes. But I can use my eyes by switching on the light. My eyes will function when the light is there. but I cannot see darkness. In the presence of pramanam, also I cannot, darkness is not available. In the absence of pramanam also, darkness is not available. In the presence of pramanam means what? My eyes are functioning. Because I switched on the light, my eyes are functioning now, I can see. But darkness is not there. When the light comes, the darkness has gone. But when I switch off the light, my eyes are not functioning, pramanam absence is there, darkness I am not able to see. I am not able to see darkness. People say I am seeing darkness. Can you see darkness? Can you see darkness? We say, yes, there is a lot of darkness. My dear, there is no lot of darkness. Your eyes are not functioning. Darkness is that in whose presence your eyes are not functioning. Instead of saying my eyes are not functioning, you are telling there is darkness. See what a fun here. Similarly, there is one story Chinmayananda Swami used to say. I said in many times in the class also. Narada came to Surya Bhagavan. Surya Bhagavan, you know, you are having only Chaya as your wife. There is one more beauty, Nisha Devi. Nisha means darkness. Nisha in Sanskritam, English darkness and artham. Nisha Devi is Akaranta Strilingaha, Nisha. Suryaha is Pumlingaha. So that Nisha Devi is so beautiful. Why can't you marry her? Narada said to Surya Bhagavan. Surya Bhagavan thought, why can't I marry her? Let me go and marry her. Where is that Nisha Devi? Nisha Devi. Surya Bhagavan started searching for Nisha Devi. Narada is looking at Surya Bhagavan. Go and search. Go and search for Nisha Devi and marry her. Then Surya Bhagavan started on his Saptashvara Dhamarudam Prachandam Kashyapatmaja. So on his 7 horses chariot, he started going to search for Nisha Devi. Wherever Surya goes, can Nisha exist? Darkness can exist. When can he see the darkness? When can he marry? Is it possible for Surya Bhagavan? It is not possible. Why? Divakaram, whenever Divakara means Surya Bhagavan goes, that darkness disappears. The darkness disappears. Like that, sunlight is there, darkness cannot be there. Darkness cannot exist in front of the sun. As long as sun is not there, darkness experienceable. Darkness is experienceable. Darkness is not available for inquiry either in the presence of sun or in the absence of sun. It cannot be available for inquiry either in the presence of Surya Pramana or in the absence of Surya Pramana. In the absence of Surya Pramana, you cannot see that darkness because your eyes won't function without Surya or light. In the presence of Surya, darkness will disappear. Like that, similarly, Mula Vidya also. When you want to inquire into Mula Vidya, what is Mula Vidya? You use that Mahavakya, knowledge. You don't come to know what is Mula Vidya. By Mahavakya Pramanam, in its presence, Mula Vidya disappears. You cannot know Mula Vidya. Mula Vidya is experienceable. Mula Vidya is experienceable but not available in the presence of Mahavakya or non-absence of Mahavakya. Pramana. Pramanam, any pramanam can either its presence or non-presence, absence, Mula Vidya is not available. Then what to do? How to destroy this Mula Vidya? Understand Mahavakya. Understand Mahavakya, that experienceable Mula Vidya, which is not available for inquiry, you remove that Mula Vidya. It disappears. As the moment Jnanam comes, Atma Jnanam comes, just as Surya comes, Mula, darkness goes away. Is really darkness is there? What is the substance of darkness? No substance. It is Bhava Rupam or Abhava Rupam. Bhava, Abhava, Vilakshana Rupam. Similarly, Maya, Mula, Vidya, don't probe into that. Don't, it is unprobable. You cannot probe into that Mula Vidya. Just as the darkness, you want to probe into that, you have to use your eyes to see the darkness. To make your eyes to function, you have to switch on. Your eyes can function only in the light. In darkness, they cannot function. To see the darkness, you have to switch on light. When light comes, darkness goes. Like that, here also Mula Vidya, you cannot inquire. Na anveshyam. Why? Na sahishnute. Darkness cannot withstand the sun, light. As the sun goes for to marry Vinisha Devi, Vinisha disappears. When can he marry? He cannot marry. Impossible. Similarly, one Mahavakya Jnanam comes, this Mula Vidya disappears. Therefore, don't waste your time and energy regarding Maya. What is this Maya? What is this Maya? Why you are breaking your head? Get knowledge through Mahavakya. Get knowledge through Mahavakya, automatically that Ajnanam, Rupa, Maya, Mula Vidya disappears. Doing this sadhana and that sadhana, and trying to avoid this Anatma Prapancha, people struggling, problem, no problem at all. What you are talking about, samsara, Mula Vidya, Maya, problems, all these are because you are there, your eyes are not functioning in Drishtanta. Here your buddhi is not functioning. Your buddhi is not opened to Mahavakya, therefore you are struggling. What is this Maya? What is this Mula Vidya? Why it is this Ajnana? Ajnanam haihinai. Ajnanam, you are talking about Ajnanam as long as there is no Jnanam. Get Jnanam through Mahavakya. You understand there is no Ajnanam, another name is Avidya, Avidya, another name is Mula Vidya, Mula Vidya, other name is Maya. So Ajnanam, Mula Vidya, Avidya, Maya, all these are only as long as you are not inquiring into Mahavakya. People other than Mahavakya, they do lot of sadhanas. Padi Shastravanna, Atma is Swaprakasham. Atma is self-effulgent. Why I have to do Mahavakya Shravanam? Vilindi itana varsham padipane aravde. Who will study Vedanta? So many years. I cannot study. Then what to do? Effulgent Atma will reveal itself. Atma, even the self-effulgence, ever revealing itself, you can never understand that without Mahavakya. That is the purport of this shloka by Sureśvara Acharya. More in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.